Hey gamers, John of Video Games and the World. As you all know, since video games were created, they have become a popular pastime at home. They have also been played in stores, video arcades, bowling alleys, pizza parlors, etc. To some, video games are just a pastime to relieve the stresses of the real world. To so many, gaming is a way of life. Many people praise video games for their stories, gameplay, music, graphics, visuals, voice acting, designs, their positive messages, and so on. But video games have often been seen as murder simulators, accused of being connected with the occult, accused of racism, accused of sexism, and so many other negative things. Known denigrators of video games are those like Jack Thompson, Pat Robertson, Lillian Yee, Dianne Feinstein, Jay Rockefeller, Matthew Haigh, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, and former President, cough cough, Donald Trump. Time after time, they constantly said that video games promote violence, are connected with the occult, and so on. These claims have been debunked over and over again after studies show that video games do not cause children, teens, and adults to hurt other people. This time, we have a new study regarding video games and mental health. In the University of Oxford, a new study shows that video games have no effect on people's mental health and well-being. With the cooperation of 7 different game publishers who agreed to share data without control over publication, they were able to track the gameplay habits of almost 40,000 individual gamers, all of whom consented to join the study. Andy Przybilski, one of the researchers, said the following: "With 40,000 observations across 6 weeks, we really gave increases and decreases in video game play a fair chance to predict emotional states in life satisfaction, and we didn't find evidence for that. We found evidence that that's not true in practically significant way." What is important, Przybilski said, is that the mindset that people have as they approach games. Players were asked to report their experiences on grounds such as autonomy, competence, and intrinsic motivation, to unpick whether they were playing for healthy reasons such as having fun or socializing with friends, or more concerning ones, such as a compulsion to satisfy goals set by the game. Healthier motivation was associated with positive well-being, the study found, while players who felt as if they had to play the game also tended to have worse satisfaction regardless of how long they played. Now, I remember as a kid hearing stuff like, video games make you stupid and dumb, video games are connected with the occult and they're satanic, video games promote violence and are responsible for school shootings. As I matured, I realized that these claims are ludicrous and stupid. Video games are connected with the occult and they're satanic. The same bullshit they said about the board game Dungeons & Dragons, the band Kiss, Marilyn Manson, Dragon Ball Z, Harry Potter, Pokemon, and Black Sabbath. And I loved how Stranger Things Season 4 tackled the satanic panic of the 80s, and I will talk about that soon. Video games promote violence and are responsible for school shootings. The same bullshit they said about rap music, because they felt that the lyrics promoted violence. No, they did not. Rap music talked about the harsh realities of racism, what's really going on in the hood, and the cycle of violence and drugs. The school shootings, they felt it was Marilyn Manson who encouraged Eric Harrison and Dylan Klebold to shoot their Columbine High School in Colorado back in early 1999. I was 12, approaching 13, when that happened. Video games make you stupid and dumb. Same thing they said about television when it was first invented. Guess what? Video games always had positive messages in the stories that are told. Final Fantasy VII was about fighting against corporate greed that was destructive to the planet's environment and fighting for the environment as well. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn promoted tolerance and acceptance. And not to mention that they improve hands-eye coordination and many other things as well. And by the way, Life is Strange has some sort of an anti-bullying message regarding what happens to Kate Marsh and you can determine her fate. And the choices that you make can affect the story. Now, when it comes to mental health, what truly affects it and well-being in a negative way are the following: negligence, bullying, lack of motivation, ignoring cries for help, mistreatment at the hands of a parent, sibling, partner, or spouse in a toxic relationship that truly affects mental health and well-being in a negative way, and also sheltering children because the world is bad and all that stuff. That's not sheltering children is not a good thing because it affects their mental health, well-being, and development. I'm no expert in these things, but it's what I know and what I have listened in some videos of YouTubers discussing mental health. Not to mention how they had to take some time off to self-reflect, find a way to be positive with the help of people that they love and are always there for them, etc. If only therapy was free, we would have less problem of mental health and well-being. It ain't easy, I know, but we have to take a stand together to help each other with our own issues, because we cannot handle our own struggles and personal issues on our own. We can self-reflect, but also seek the help of those we care about and truly trust. We must also learn to stay strong in the toughest times, no matter what, by self-loving and being the best that we can all be. And finally, when we self-reflect, we think about our screw-ups, achievements, etc. We must praise our accomplishments and achievements and leave our screw-ups in the past and not let those screw-ups define us, and do much better with the help of those we love, such as friends and family. I'm also going to be very blunt about what I'm going to say right now. If someone turns out to be a massive asshole who is unwilling to change and do better, don't blame video games, don't blame comics, don't blame movies, don't blame music, don't blame TV shows, blame the bad parenting. Capiche? And that's what I have to say right now. I'm John of Video Games in the World. Have a good one.